Ostara celebration and forecast readings for all 12 of our zodiac signs. We will be going through the signs and looking at what the spring will be bringing to you for the next 3 months. Happy birthday to all my Aries. The sun has gone into your sign today. That happened at 11:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the moon sign that came in along with that for the spring equinox was Scorpio. It's an interesting combination because both Aries and Scorpio are traditionally ruled by Mars. After the discovery of Pluto, then Scorpio shifted up its rulership, but they do have that common Mars root. So my feeling is that this is bringing in not only a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new energy, because Aries does start the astrological cycle, but we also have that Scorpio kick, which brings lots of transformation, regeneration, and rebirth. It could also bring destructive cycles if there's things that need to be broken down and cleared away before those new creative cycles can properly begin. This is also considered International Astrology Day, and I think that is definitely in part because it is the beginning of our zodiac cycle all over again. Hey there, David. Hey, Krista. Good to see you in the chat. My Capricorns are coming in, starting us out. Usually for the spring or the seasonal celebrations, I usually do a collective read. But in order to keep the stream a little less lengthy, what I'm going to do is just do the 12 signs. Aries through Pisces, do each 12 of the forecast, and then kind of in the middle of this week coming up, I'll do a collective springtime reading, and we'll have time for personal questions as well on that. So we'll have a little bit of an extra spring celebration as well. But I am going to bring out our Celtic Wheel of the Year. Here we go. And we have, we're always going to look at this every time. And there are 4 main observances, which are 2 solstices and our 2 equinoxes. We also have 4 mid-celebrations, mid-season celebrations. So our last one that we had a mid-season celebration on was Imbolc, right? That would have been the Groundhog Day, February 2nd, St. Bridget's Day observance. So that was our mid-winter, right? That's halfway through winter when we observe that. And so, of course, now we have moved up to Ostara, which is the springtime. So we have completely closed out our winter season, which comprised Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Now we are going into the first 3 signs of the zodiac: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So this is what's going to be with us the next 3 months. Those are the 3 signs that are comprised in the springtime. And of course, our mid-spring celebration is Beltane. That is usually right around like the end of April. May Day is what they also call it, of course, because it's usually celebrated, the day before May or on the, eve of the 1st of May. So that is what is going to be coming through with us. And so that is what we are going to be reading for each of the signs. We're going to be looking at what is coming up for those next 3 months ahead for each of us. So we are going to start out with a little bit of tuning fork action. We're going to get a little bit grounded, a little bit cleared here. Guys, let's go ahead and get started because we do have a lot to get through here today. It is always a lot when we do these. All right, guys, so let's start out with Aries. Aries is our first sign of the zodiac. Happy birthday, Aries. It is your season. It is your time coming up here. So let's get into What is coming up for you for this spring equinox and these 3 months ahead, these 3 cycles, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini season? Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, be with us, be with Aries. Let's see what we have for them for their spring season ahead, the 3 months of spring that are starting with their sign. We're going to do 3 columns here, Aries, so that we see what is coming in for each of the months of spring for you. Aries season, Taurus season, and Gemini season. All right, very nice. Okay, so we are starting out, Aries, the first month of spring. Your blessing is a blessing to find your way. So this is what is coming in as the season of spring starts. That is your first month. That is what you are being blessed on. So if you have felt a little ungrounded, a little confused, a little bit all over the place, this is going to help you gain direction, clarity, and purpose, which is really nice. You know, a lot of us feel a little fuzzy coming out of Pisces season because it is a little fuzzy. It is a little bit confusing. So let's get some tarot on this reading next for these 3 months ahead. Oh, very nice, Aries. Okay. I feel like what's really been, you know, at the heart of, you know, finding your clarity or finding your way through the woods, as it were, is this 5 of Wands. There may have been arguments, conflicts, differences of opinion, little bit of skirmishes going on in your life, and that has caused you to maybe question your direction, to question where it is that you are going. I would say 5 of Wands is not always, you know, big, horrible, end-it-all fights, but they are definitely arguments, definitely differences of opinions, and it does caution you to walk away from dramatic people or situations. If it's not worth your time, it's not worth your time, and that may be part of finding that clarity. Yes, because I think that, you know, you've had some people in your life, or maybe even a little bit in your way, that have made you question where you're going or question what you are about with this Page of Pentacles, because that's the adventurer card. That is the beginning of things. That is saying, I've got this coin of worth and value to invest. I want to go forward. I want to make some moves. So that really typifies your spring season. Absolutely. That is what you are bringing through. For the next month of spring, Taurus season, your blessing is a blessing to heal a relationship, Aries. So I would say that, you know, if you've been having issues with friends, family, love interests, co-workers, there is going to be some healing in the month, the season of Taurus. So that's our second month of spring that's coming through, and it does help you get back to where you want to be and more on the track of going towards those dreams, wishes, hopes, and goals with that 9 of Cups. So that is a very nice energy indeed. Let's get a clarifier on the 9 of Cups for Aries. Ace of Swords, absolutely. Any lack of clarity that you had in the first month of spring will be cleared up during the time of Taurus. There will be a lot of healing. There will be a lot of going in the direction of your true wishes and dreams. And the Ace of Swords is mental clarity, victory, and success. Going into the last month of spring, Aries, your blessing is a blessing of forgiveness. So I do feel any kind of situations get further healed. There may be people coming in with major apologies, or you may be coming in towards them. So this is Gemini season. There could be a lot of discussion, a lot of talking, but I really do feel that by the close of spring, Aries, you are going into such a better cycle of life. We have the Ace of Pentacles coming in as your card for Gemini season. And that is all about going towards prosperity, abundance. That is gifts from the universe, gifts from spirit coming in to bless you. So this could be a better job. It could be a promotion. It could be people finally paying back loans to you that have been due. But I love how we start with the Page of Pentacles in your first month of spring. And in the last month of spring, we get the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like something is definitely growing for you over this spring season, Aries. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Aries, you are stepping into such prosperity and abundance. This is a very powerful message here for you for this spring season. And as it wraps up, I feel like things are just looking up so much for you. Look at what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups. I feel like there are reconciliations, reunions, you know, a lot of emotional healing. And that Three of Cups is also, you know, it's like, I definitely get the sense that this is so much more going on than just, like a love relationship thing. You know, a lot of readers, they always focus on romantic relationships, but this is so much more than that. It could include that, but this feels like it could be all sorts of things, especially like friend relationships, family situations, inner child is involved in there. There's a lot of nostalgia around that. So it's like there's a lot of healing, forgiveness, and working through things on all areas, but I really do feel you're on a good trajectory through your spring season, Aries. I'm glad to see it. Let's get a magical spell card for you. Here's what to focus your intentions on for this next 3 months of spring. Knowledge and learning here, Aries. That's what it's all about. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. So connect with your ancestors. Connect with the knowledge of the past. Study well if there's anything that you really need to, you know, absorb education-wise, because, you know, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles can sometimes indicate going back to school or learning something new for a job that you've got to accomplish. So that is what you should focus your energies on. If you do any kind of ritual spell work or anything like that, or, you know, meditations, that's really where to focus it in on. Beautiful read, Aries. This was great. All right. Next up will be Taurus. We're going to see, Taurus, what is up for you guys. So Taurus, happy spring, guys. Taurus, you are the second sign of the springtime. Our spring season is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And so this is going to be all about those months of spring, how those seasons will be affecting you, and what will be coming in as an overall forecast for you. So Taurus, dear angels, dear guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have, please, for our beautiful Taurus folks in the time of spring 2022. What's going to be coming in for them for each month of the spring, each season of the spring. And that will be Aries, Taurus, and Gemini season. We're going to be doing 3 piles here, 3 columns, to see what is going on for each of your months, Taurus. Wow, Taurus. Ooh, you're getting some good stuff. Some really good stuff in here. All right, so your beginning of spring is a blessing on your creativity. Aries season brings in a lot of creative energy for you, Taurus. I feel like things may be percolating just below the surface for you. So I would definitely take some time out to write, to meditate, to focus on creative energies, or, you know, anything that, you know, may be a hobby. A lot of Taurus folks, you are ruled by Venus, and many of you have good voices, whether that means you speak, you sing, you write. Taurus always has a bit of a gift. They're ruled by Venus, so they have that creative aesthetic ability, and so you will be feeling that creative energy. If you've been kind of having, like, a, you know, writer's block, that's what will be changing here in this first month of the spring of Aries season for you. Let's lay some tarot on this. We're going to deepen these messages here. Yeah, things are moving again for you, Taurus, coming out of a lot of stagnation. That is definite. Okay, so on top of the blessing of creativity, we have the Knight of Wands. So that is some fiery energy. It's Sagittarius energy. It moves you forward with great passion. You may be feeling very restless. Like you may have felt like, you know, you've been asleep for a little while or stagnant for a little while. And now as you come out of that, you really want to get moving. And the Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my Taurus, if you've been feeling kind of asleep, it might be because you feel like you haven't been seeing your friends, you haven't been able to be social as you would like to be. And so I do feel like, you know, this could be leading you towards friendship. You could also be going, you know, looks like they're at a music festival in this card. You know, you could be going to some festivals, museums, anything that kind of sparks your creativity will be getting going again. This could also indicate that you could be collaborating with other people on a creative project. So think about that, Taurus. That's some good stuff. So in your next month, your month, the Taurus season, the second month of spring, your blessing is a blessing on your love. So I feel, Taurus, that this is the month where romance, love relationships could either pick up, heat up, or go to the next level. That is a very beautiful energy. And on top of that card in the tarot for your month of Taurus is the Page of Cups. That does indicate romantic messages, emotional communication. If you're needing to reconcile something, this can be apologies, forgiveness, etc. So that is a very nice energy indeed. Let's clarify Page of Cups for Taurus. For my singles as well, of course, that can be the beginnings of some things. And the Five of Wands. So, oh my goodness, there may be more than one choice for you, Taurus, because that can be the conflict card. That can be fighting within yourself. And I would say that especially for my single Taurus folks, if you're trying to choose between more than one person, choose the people that you don't have this kind of situation with, because Five of Wands can be friction, it can be tension. I wouldn't get involved in that kind of thing if you have an option. The other way that I could read this is, yet again, you're trying to heal some old arguments, some old, you know, friction or tension between you and someone else. So there can definitely be a need to heal, to communicate, to work something out with somebody. Going into the last month of the spring for you, Taurus, the Gemini season, your blessing is a blessing on your sleep because I think you actually will need some rest. I think that your spring is going to be quite busy. It's going to get you moving and shaking again. And I think by the last month of the springtime, you really need some good rest. This could also be saying that maybe you've been struggling with some insomnia or lack of good solid sleep. So this is what's coming through to help you with that. Knight of Cups is on top of this. You know, we have two knights in this reading so far. So it is a springtime of movement. And the thing that might have been kind of stressing you out is these love offers, honestly. You know, I feel like there's a lot going on to healing your heart, to healing your relationships during that second month in the middle of spring. And after that, you just do need some rest. It's like if you feel like people are just nagging you and it's like, Taurus, I want this, Taurus, I want that. You're like, just quiet down, leave me alone, I want to rest. Yeah, there's some completion here, and I do feel as well, you know, with the World card coming up on top of that Knight of Cups, you are completing some big cycles when it comes to love. You know, Knight of Cups is Pisces energy, and it can very much indicate love offers received or given. And it can also indicate people in love that are kind of seductive and maybe not always the most reliable. You really need to vet them. But with that World card, I feel like you are making some solid decisions. The World card is ruled by Saturn, so it brings in heavy Capricorn energy of completion of karmic cycles. It also includes all of the fixed sign, one of them being yours right there, Taurus. So I do feel like you are really putting your foot down. Something is completing and you're feeling a whole lot better. You are feeling so much better about where you're heading, where you're going. It's just so much more definitive. On the bottom of the deck was the Chariot card, and we also have Temperance. So I do feel that you are heading towards something yet again. You know, the Chariot energy, I don't know, it kind of comes to me in a way that it really embodies all of the knights. You know, it's kind of that ultimate knight, moving things forward. It's Cancerian energy as well. So it is about, you know, a victory of your subconscious emotions and feelings. It's you, you know, understanding so much more than you have in the past and being able to go forward with clarity and success. The Temperance card is about balance, and it is a Sagittarius energy. So yet again, both of these cards I feel move you forward quite strongly through your spring season, Taurus. This is very nice. Let's get into a magical spell card. Let's see what you should focus your energies and intentions on for spring 2022, please. Please, Spirit, for Taurus. Yes, have courage, have strength. Because you will have to be making some big choices. I feel that very strongly for some of you. You may be shutting down some old relationships, friendships, etc. in, you know, indecision of something that's much better for you. And that does take courage. It also takes courage to stand up and start moving towards your hopes, your dreams. Those creative, you know, projects or goals are really coming up to the surface, starting with this first month of spring here. So by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. So, you know, Taurus, if you've been feeling kind of nervous or you've been feeling kind of scared to move forward, I feel like your courage is returning. Your sense of strength and bravery is returning. And when you focus on that, it goes a long way. Very nice. We'll be waiting for Capricorn for a minute, guys. We just started, but we are on the third sign. Capricorn is number 10. We goats always have to wait, but we're patient. We can handle it. We can handle it. All right, so our next sign up is going to be Gemini. And Gemini is our third sign. Gemini is the sign, the last sign of spring. So that's what will be coming up next. Yeah, Gemini is our last spring season. Usually that hits between, I don't know, around like the beginning of May, like May 21st, 22nd through June 21st, 22nd. And so that is what we will be reading for Gemini. This is going to be your spring forecast for 2022. We'll be looking at each month, each season of the spring. There'll be Aries, Taurus, and Gemini season. So we'll be doing 3 columns, one for each month for you to see what is coming through for your sign. So dear Spirit, angels, ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis out there. Anything that they need to see for their best and highest good for the spring season, for the 3 months, the 3 seasons of spring, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini seasons. Wow, Okay, so you have a little bit in common with Taurus. You have a few of the same blessings here. Your first blessing for the beginning, for the month of Aries, the first season of spring, is a blessing on your love, Gemini. So very nice to see that. I feel like, you know, this really does give you a blessing on all of your relationships, especially your romantic ones. If you are a single Gemini and you've really been wanting to find love, this is a very good sign. If you're already in a relationship and you're trying to reconcile or heal something, that brings a lot of positivity. So let's get into some tarot, please, for Gemini spirit. Let's deepen their spring season messages, please. Okay. So Gemini, I do feel that for some of you, you may be walking away from a negative old relationship, because honestly, this 10 of Swords can be the end of a difficult, painful cycle. If anybody has betrayed you in love or betrayed you in relationship, has severely let you down, you may be walking away from that and heading towards something much, much better, much more positive. Again, you know, this can be a dual message. Take it as it resonates, because these are general readings. But, you know, this could be you leaving behind someone and finally moving towards your own best good into the future there. Or it could be, you know, really healing and laying down something heavy in a relationship to reconcile and heal it. Again, take it as it resonates to your situation. Let's clarify this 10 of Swords for Gemini, please. Yeah, Six of Cups, this could be major reconciliations for you, not just in love, but also in, you know, in the situations of family, because the Six of Cups is reconciliations, it's nostalgic energy, it's Cancerian vibes. So, you know, this is really healing something big from the past, and it could also be walking away from something painful. You could be leaving, you know, closing the door on a family situation or toxic person in your life to go towards something much better, but there's something major healing, and it has big ramifications for your romantic love life. Going into the second season of spring for you, Gemini, that would be Taurus season. The blessing will be a blessing on your sleep. You do need some rest, Gemini. I feel like you might be feeling a little bit shot out, like shot from a cannon during the first month of spring. And so you really do need time to rest, regroup, recover, refocus. The tarot energy on your month of Taurus, the second month of spring here, Gemini, is the Justice card. So this is Libra energy, balance, harmony, you know, just having that equilibrium restored. And if you've been working too hard, if you've been running yourself too ragged, this is going to be the time to really ground, root, recenter. Taurus season is excellent for that here, Gemini. So it's a good time for you to get refocused. You might just feel more at peace too, because justice many times is that feeling of, you know, wrongs being righted, good karma being brought back to you. Page of Pentacles is also clarifying the Justice card. So I do feel that by refocusing, getting some rest, regrouping, it gets you going in a much more positive direction. It helps you find where it is you really want to go next, because the Page of Pentacles is all about new beginnings, new adventures, new investments, learning new things. It's a very exciting time of life. So just to get your rest in that second month, Gemini. So the third month of spring, your own season, Gemini season for you, which your solar return will happen on, is a blessing to find the truth. So Gemini, your third month, your own season of spring is going to be all about the truth being revealed, getting the true answers, seeing what is honest and clear and genuine for you. If you feel like anybody has been sort of messing around with you or not telling you the full story, you're going to find out what it is. That has also got the tarot card of the High Priestess on top of it for that month, which is very, very strong. This is an intuitive energy. It is lunar based, and she is very much about hearing her own thoughts, hearing her own truth very, very clearly. So very, very nice there. Let's get a clarifier on the High Priestess, please, because that's a meditative energy. I would say as well, you know, Gemini, you're going to find a lot of the truth by simply observing and feeling things out. Yes, and look at that, the sun. It's going to turn out really well for you, Gemini, in your own place and time. Look at that, the most positive card of the tarot. This, of course, is the month when your solar return happens, your birthday season happens. And so I feel like the truth will be revealed. Your intuition is really popping well, like it's really functioning highly. And it's going to bring you just a lot of happiness, a lot of clarity. It's going to give you what you need to go forward. And I feel like what's really, you know, changing a lot for you, Gemini, on the bottom, here's the undercurrent of the spring season for you the next 3 months, is the Five of Pentacles and the Judgment card. To me, you're lifting above that old feeling of scarcity, that old feeling of not having enough or being alone, and you're getting these second chances. This is beautiful. It's regenerative energy. So let's get into a magical spell card. Let's see what your main focus and intention should stay on through this next 3 months. Please, Spirit, for Gemini. I don't know, Gemini. Some of you might want to be getting pregnant. Or if you don't want to, be careful because the fertility card is coming out. But for most of you, what this is going to signal is a time of abundance, a time of prosperity, a time when you feel like, you know, like here, when you're planting those seeds in the ground or planting those intentions for the future, things do take root. They do come up good for you, right? They do turn out well. Let all take root, seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. And I do feel, you know, with the Page of Pentacles and the Sun card, there is this real chance for a whole new life. Judgment card, whole new life. Resurrection, Phoenix from the ashes, hope being restored, going in a new direction. You're letting go of some things, though, in this first month. You really are, so... Powerful stuff for our Geminis out there. I know y'all have been going through a lot of deepening processes. I really like it for Geminis. I really do. I know Eric likes that. He planted beets. I was thinking we got a Gemini in here who likes to plant things. That's a good blessing on your planting there, Eric. You're going to have a good spring harvest. You're going to have a good time out there in the garden. That's what that sounds like to me. All right. So, yeah, any of our Geminis that like to do a lot of planting, you're going to have a good time out there. All right, so let's get into our next sign. That's going to be Cancer. So Cancer, this is your spring equinox reading. That's going to be for the next 3 months, the next 3 seasons of the springtime. That is Aries season, our first month of spring, Taurus season, second month of spring, and Gemini season, our third month of spring. So we are going to be looking at these cycles for you, Gemini. We're going to be doing 3 columns, one for each of these months. What is coming up for Cancer, Spirit, dear angels, ancestors, guardians, guides? Let's see what Cancer has to look forward to for this next 3 months. What is their forecast for spring 2022, please? Very nice. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay. First month, Aries season, this first month of spring for you, Cancer. Your blessing is on your health. That's always a good card to get because this really says if you've been having any issues around your health, around wellness, your well-being, inside or out, the health of your heart, the health of your emotions, your psyche, your mind, your physical body. This is coming in to bring some healing, some solace, maybe some good news on a health situation that's ongoing. Very good to see that. Let's get some tarot, please, next for Cancer for our springtime. Wow. some similar cards that Gemini had, I will say. A lot of this, Cancer, is because you're leaving behind unhealthy situations. If you've been living with someone or in a relationship with someone or a work situation where things have been very toxic, very negative, where you've gotten stabbed in the back a whole bunch, this is you walking away for your health. And you might literally be saying, if I don't get out of here, if I don't get away from this person or this situation or this place, I have got to get out of here. Oh my goodness. So you are making a big choice for your own health, for your own well-being, and that is very positive. Let's get a clarifier on this 10 of Swords here for Cancer. Almost felt like 2 came out. So yeah, look at this. You know, both of these, so strong. On top of the 10 of Swords, you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. These are both Virgo energy, and so this is all about like getting your ducks in a row, you know, getting things put together well, organizing your life, organizing your work. And, you know, to me, this is beautiful. It's like you are walking away from something that's been very unhealthy for you, and you're really choosing to go in a new positive direction with this Virgo energy. Could be slow walking it a little bit at first because our Knight of Pentacles does take its time. But the 9 of Pentacles is all about really enjoying the results of your work, of your efforts. So I would say this first month of the springtime, Cancer, is huge for you. You're making some big choices for your own health and well-being. It's very definitive. The 10s are always the end of a cycle. And Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles together is coming out to really say you are moving things forward. It's absolutely beautiful. And so going into our second month of springtime here, Cancer, we have got the blessing is on a blessing for good men and fathers. So father energy might be coming up very, very strongly for you during the time of Taurus, the second month of spring. High Priestess energy as well coming into that month. That is a moon energy. It is lunar based. It is all about our subconscious. And so I feel, Cancer, this is kind of beautiful. If you're a father yourself, you're going to be feeling very, very directed about how to be a better father figure, how to be, a good authority and a good inspiration to your children or, to others' children if you're a stepfather. This is very beautiful. I would also say that, it's like if this is, if you're not a father, I would say that this is beautiful as well because it's like anything, that you need to heal around father figures or around, that masculine divine is going to really work out quite well. So you can feel that deep on a spiritual and psychic level. And I love the fact that there's a robin on that card. My dad was awesome, I just have to say, and he loved robins. That was like, I think his favorite bird outside he would always get real excited about. So I just love to see that. It's a nice connection for me personally. So let's clarify the High Priestess, please. Let's see what we have. Because I think you're going to be very intuitive. High Priestess is a power card for you, Cancer, because it is lunar ruled. It really gets into your heart and soul very much. If you're missing a father figure, it's like this is a lot of comfort. And I feel like, if your father is already passed on and he's on the other side, he could be communicating with you quite a bit during this month of Taurus, the second month of spring. Oh, wow. Look at that. We've got our High Priestess coming out again. So I feel like just double up that message for you. Wow. Yeah. For any of my Cancers that have a father that is passed on, or is, in the spirit world, you're going to be getting some messages from him during Taurus season in a big, big way. That's great. Going into the last month of the springtime Gemini season for our Cancers. Your blessing is a blessing on a resolution. So if there's been some kind of conflict, whether it's within yourself or with someone else, there's going to be some kind of major resolution here. It's going to bring a lot of fairness in. We've got our Justice card on top of that. That is harmony. That is wrongs being righted, karma being restored, you getting your balance back, because this could be like, man, I've been fighting with about this inside myself for a while, or I've been fighting with somebody for a while, and we need to resolve things. We need to clear the air. And it looks like there's a very good chance that that will be happening for you in the last month of spring during Gemini season. I do feel like you may have quite a lot of information or communication coming in here with this Knight of Swords. There's going to be a lot of rapid information exchanged. It could be a little bit, you might be a little bit nervous about this, no doubt. They might be a little nervous about this because usually, you know, the Knight of Swords comes in, you know, faster than a bolt of lightning, and they've got a lot on their mind, and they can be a little nervous about expressing it. But Cancer, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry too much. I think that this is all going to get resolved. And I think a lot of what's getting cleared away here, we got this Tower card, right? We got the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is that fear of scarcity, fear of being out in the cold. And the Tower card is that bolt, like we said, bolt of lightning that changes the foundation, changes the structure, pushes us into new energy so that we're coming from a much more solid and grounded place. It's a very powerful spring for you. I think there's a lot of shift, a lot of change, and I feel like you are choosing your own health, your own best well-being, and your own sanity here. It really is. And you're tapping into some gorgeous, intuitive energy in the middle of the spring season as well. Let's get a good message of focus. Let's get a magical spell card, please, for Cancer. What should they focus their intentions upon throughout this spring season? Magical powers, Cancer. All right, there we go. I'm telling you, I feel like the magic is coming through for you, Cancer, this spring season. I feel like you have the power of transforming your life into something much more prosperous. I do feel like you have those very psychic powers being developed as well. So I weave and clear. I cast and know magic's secrets to me now show. It's very beautiful. It's a magical spring season for Cancer. All right, Leo is up next. I'm just going to clear the cards a little bit, guys. I like to do that as much as I can between our reads. We got Leo coming up next, guys. Leo, this is going to be your spring forecast for 2022. So we are going to be looking at the next 3 months. First month of spring, of course, is Aries season. Second month of spring is Taurus season. And the third month of spring is Gemini season. So we are going to look at all of that for you. We're going to do it in 3 columns, one to represent each month of the spring. So dear spirits, dear divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, angels, let's see what we have for our fabulous, beautiful Leos coming in for the spring season. I think it starts out really nice for you, Leo. I really do, because we're stepping into a beautiful fire energy, fellow fire sign of Aries, and that's a very positive place for the sun for you. So you may feel very revitalized stepping into the spring of 2022. Oh, wow. Okay, so Leo, I get a very strong feeling right off the bat that there is a lot that's going to be coming through to give you more peace of mind and to clear stress away. Look at that. Right here, the first month of spring, Aries season, a blessing for peace of mind. So Leo, I feel like any stress, any tension, any worries, anxieties, these are going to start to get addressed very beautifully here as the spring begins. Let's get into some tarot on top of these cards as well, please. Let's see what we have for Leo. Yeah, look at that. New beginnings. There has been a lot of stress for you. There has been. You've really, I feel it. Because there are some new beginnings that are coming up very strongly for you, Leo. Two of Wands is very strong Aries energy. Look at that. You know, to me, Two of Wands can sometimes, you know, you'll see this card depicted with sometimes one person, you know, holding that globe, or sometimes two people. So, you know, it's all about those new doors opening, new energies opening, all about, you know, new beginnings. And that's what Aries season represents. So, Leo, this is beautiful. I feel like you're really stepping into some new beginnings. You might have had some stress about it. You know, it might have been like, oh gosh, I know this is coming. I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit, you know, concerned about this. But I feel like once you get moving, once you get going, it's going to feel a lot better. It really will. Like, action is going to prevail, and it's going to help clear a lot of that vibe. Aries is about action. It's an action sign. It acts first and thinks about it later. It's Mars energy, right? And I feel like, you know, perhaps, Leo, the thing that's been really on your mind is what path to commit to here, right? Because the Hierophant's coming in with some strong Taurus energy, and Taurus energy, Hierophant energy, is to me always about your commitment to a path, whether it's a spiritual path, a relationship, a job, whatever it is. This is all about grounding. It's all about grounding. So I feel like, you know, that's what it really is. It's about choosing a path, choosing a direction, and committing to it. Going into your second month of the springtime, Taurus season, your blessing is a blessing to find the truth. So I feel like you're really looking for the truth, to look to be very authentic, to be very genuine, to connect with people who are authentic and genuine. If you feel like anything has been hiding from you, if anything has been a little bit fuzzy, confusing, or cloudy, you're really going to be looking into the deeper meaning of things. On top of this, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So Pentacles are all about, you know, prosperity, grounding. This is Capricorn energy, so I feel like this is a month of really building something here, really managing your finances well. To me, queens get into your boundaries as well. And so I feel like a Queen of Pentacles is very much about stabilizing and having good financial boundaries. You may, you know, Leo is a very generous sign. You give a lot. And so this could be you finally kind of going, you know what? If somebody comes and asks me for money, if somebody comes and tries to get something from me, I think I might be a little bit more discerning about who I help and who I give my time or my resources to. Let's get a clarifier on top of the Queen of Pentacles, please. Justice. Yeah, and I do feel like there could be that sense restored, right? You know, if you've been giving too much to others and not keeping enough of your own resources and energy for yourself, that could be coming back into alignment. But I do feel like you're really going to be looking for the most fair outcomes for yourself and others here during the month of Taurus here, Leo. Going into the last month of the spring, again, I do feel like you really need peace. You really need rest and recovery. Your blessing for the last month of spring, Leo, is a blessing on your sleep. We know lions like to sleep. We know that. Lions sleep most of the day. It's cats. But I do feel like, you know, anxiety has been an ongoing up and down challenge for you, Leo. This has got the Nine of Swords sitting on top of it, which can be that anxiety, the sleepless nights. So I do feel that it's important for you not to give in to too much negativity or negative thoughts. You don't want this to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy or negative outcome for you, right? So let's get into a clarifier. How can Leo best deal with this Nine of Swords? You know, this could be a need to just detach. Many times, Leo, many times it's important to detach from drama, detach from people that are just bringing you too much emotional baggage or toxicity, because nothing's worth your peace of mind or your rest. And we got the Ace of Pentacles. You could be losing some, I get the sense, because we got the Hierophant, we got the Queen of Pentacles. You could be stressed out about some financial decisions or how best to direct your finances. But I do feel like the Ace of Pentacles is a really big card of blessing. You may have been stressed out or losing sleep on maybe an investment that you've made or something being returned to you. I feel like it'll turn out well, because this is a very positive card. And you may find that a lot of your fears or worries have been unfounded. But I would say, look at here, we're underneath. Oh, yeah. Seven of Pentacles, just one day at a time, Leo. Over the springtime, take it one day at a time, plant your seeds, cultivate your garden. Don't worry about things too much here, Leo, because things are turning in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune is underneath here, and it is moving you out of stagnation. This is Jupiter energy, and it also represents, guess what? All four of our fixed signs: Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and your sign, Leo. So I do feel that on the undercurrent, things are moving in your favor, but you do have some stress about it. And I feel like the more that you can get to the heart of the matter, that's why in the middle of that spring, you've got that blessing to find the truth. It's very important to be very above board. If you're working with anyone in a financial aspect or setting, which could be very true here with these two cards, make sure they're giving you all the information that you need. And if you don't feel like they are, ask for a second or third opinion. Absolutely. Let's get a magical spell card for you, Leo. Let's see what you need to focus your intentions and energy on the most throughout the spring of 2022. Ooh, it feels like two are coming out. So I am going to take them both. Anytime I feel like I'm getting two or more, I'll take them. So Leo, the blessings and the intentions that you should be focused on is romance and wisdom, okay? So I would say that being wise in your romance, wise in your decisions is very important. So make sure to think things through clearly, you know, feel them out for yourself. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So this is really you trying to be very, very wise, very knowledgeable, really being thorough about your decisions, whether they are romantic or financial. I feel like there's a lot of financial stuff here, though. Yes. All right, guys. Next up is going to be Virgo. So let's go ahead and get ready. Picking out through my cards. I got them all sitting here. I didn't get them in order, so I'm going to be putting them out here. So Virgo, this is your springtime reading 2022. The season of spring begins today with the sun's movement into Aries, and the season of spring comprises three signs: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, 3 months ahead. So this is going to be looking at a forecast for you, what kind of energies, what kind of messages are coming in for the season of spring. Let's get into it. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we have for our fabulous Virgos out there. Anything they need for their highest and best good for the spring season ahead. And we're going to do 3 columns here, 1 for each month of the spring, guys. Ooh, these are strong. They're very different too than the energy we've had of the last readings. Okay, so for the first month of Aries season for spring, first month for you, Virgo, is a blessing on your intuition. I feel like you should be really paying attention to the intuitive signs, dreams, signals, anything that's coming through on that more etheric level, guys. Your intuition is very strong right now. So let's get into some tarot, please, Spirit. Let's see what we have for Virgo for the spring ahead. Yes. Could be healing or recovering from some heartache with the 3 of Swords for this first month of the springtime here, Virgo. 3 of Swords is one of the most difficult cards in the tarot. So I feel like, you know, it's kind of that Gemini energy. It can lead to overthinking, obsessive thought, overthinking or overanalyzing something too much. And I really feel like instead of overthinking it, you should just be feeling your way through. This is also a strong card of recovery, you know, emotional and mental recovery coming through with the 3 of Swords. So let's get a clarify for this, please, Virgo. Yeah, and it's a death card. There's definitely been some big endings, some big changes. We've got the Scorpio energy coming in with this. So I really feel like whatever has been lost, whatever has been released, it's definitely time to let it go because something new is coming. The sun is rising in the distance, and it is time to cut your losses and move forward during this month, Virgo, and it's time to feel these things out. Going into the second month, there is a lot of leaving energy. There's just a lot of release, a lot of letting go. Taurus season, second month of spring for you, Virgo, is a blessing of fire. To me, this brings back vitality, passion, renewal, your own vitality, your own energy, your own enthusiasm about something. On top of it, we have the 8 of Cups. So yet again, there is a leaving behind, right? There is a letting go. 8 of Cups usually indicates that you or someone has left the building and it is all about moving to something better. It's leaving that old situation that wasn't really spiritually or emotionally fulfilling behind and moving again towards the sunrise in the distance. So let's clarify this. And I feel like it's a very passionate decision here, Virgo. It's like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm moving towards something better. It's been tough, though. I mean, this has been a big disappointment. It's a big, big loss, right? The 5 of Cups, there has been some kind of really large disappointment, something that you've had to grieve or mourn or turn loose of. Those 3 of Cups being knocked over, grieving down there at the river of tears. But the 2 of Cups is still standing, so I'd always say, you know, not all is lost in your life. Don't stick around too long for the grief period. This is, you know, that fiery, passionate energy. Spirit wants you to move through this quickly as possible. Taurus season is a very good time for Virgo because it is a fellow earth sign. So I do feel like it is time to release. Going into Gemini season, the last month of spring for you, Virgo, is a blessing to bring clarity. I feel like a lot of the things that maybe were confusing through the previous 2 months or things that were difficult, they start to be made clear. It starts to make sense. You start to understand why certain things happened and why you had to move through this. And I do feel like, you know, there's still a little bit to clear up. The 7 of Cups can be a card where you feel a lot of maybe emotional, overwhelming feelings, very overwhelming. A lot of choices that you've got to make. You're going to have a lot of options in Gemini season. There's a lot of choices. There's a lot of things on your table, and it is time. It is time to make some big choices, especially if you've kind of been procrastinating or overthinking. You've got to make a choice. This is about gaining clarity and moving forward. King of Swords, you got to look at it with a very logical, practical eye. This is important. You have got to, you know, detach from the emotional drama or the emotional issues that surround something here with the King of Swords. I almost feel, and I know this may be a little bit harsh, but I almost get this feeling like Spirit's kind of kicking your butt here, Virgo, during the spring. It's like, get the let out, let it go, whatever has been holding you back, whether it's, you know, emotional issues, feeling stuck in something, feeling like you can't let go or move on. It's like, let's get going. Stop overthinking it. Stop procrastinating. Cut yourself off from that drama and make a choice, because the King of Swords is Aquarius energy. It's about the future, and he is the master strategist. This is the kind of person that says, you know what? I don't care. I got all these, there's all these emotions, whatever. That's not where I'm coming from. I want to go through with clarity and without a lot of drama, right? And that's what it really feels like. I feel like it's also a good time. Yeah, a lot of this has been to distance you from negative people. And it's hard for you to let go, even if it wasn't good for you. This Five of Swords is all about releasing people that just really weren't for your own good. And the Four of Cups, yeah, there's been something that's been, you know, Virgo, you've been hyper-focused on, you know, just something that you want to work out. And it's like, it's not going to work out. And the more you focus on it, the more you're missing the other good opportunities or blessings that are coming in from the side, right? It's like, you know, if it's meant to go, it's going. That's why that Death card, that's why that Three of Swords, it's like, you know, it's like kicking a dead horse. That's almost what that feels like. It's like, I'm still kicking that horse and I'm hoping it'll get up and go, but it's gone. It's time to get a new horse, Virgo. Let's get into a magical spell card for you. Let's get a good focus for Virgo's intentions for the spring season. Spirit, please. Authenticity. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. Being the real self, being truthful. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So, you know, Virgo, focus on being truthful, honest, genuine. People that like you for you are going to like you for you. Don't try to, you know, worry about the people that aren't yours, right? Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. This is definitely letting it go. And that blessing of fire is like letting it go with some passion, you know? It's like, phew. That's it. All right. Yeah, that was definitely probably the most intense of these readings so far, for sure. That was like kicking it to the curb stuff. All right. Libra. Libra. Love you guys. Libras are my best friends. It doesn't make sense. I'm a Capricorn. We're not supposed to get along with Libras. I think it's because I'm so close to being an Aquarius. I think it's what it is. Because I'm almost an Aquarius, and Aquarius is air, and we do love those Libras. Y'all are my best friends. All right, Libra, let's get into it. Let's see what we got for the spring. This is going to be your spring 2022 forecast. We're going to be looking at each of the 3 months of spring. That's going to be Aries season, first month of spring, second month of spring is Taurus season, and third month of spring is Gemini season. We're going to be looking at 3 different columns to see what your blessings and what your messages are. So, dear Spirit, guardians, angels, and guides, let's see what we have for our fabulous Libras. Anything you need to show us for their highest and best good. Let's see what we have got for them for the spring of 2022 for each season of the spring. Ooh, coming in big. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Libra. First month of the spring, starting today, Aries season. Your blessing is a blessing for support. You might be really rallying the troops, rallying your friends, reaching out for people on all sides that are there to support you through any challenges or any battles that you've got going on right now. I know my Libras don't really like to fight, but they are tough. They will fight if they've got to. And I also feel like, you know, if you've had a project or you've had something you've wanted to work on or accomplish for a while, this is blessing you with support that you didn't know you would even have. So this is very nice. I feel like your friends, your coworkers, companions, cohorts, minions, whatever they are, Libra, they're coming out of the woodwork to help you in a big way. Let's get some tarot, please, for Libra on this. Yeah, this is great. You're going to know who's really on your side here, Libra. And you are standing up for yourself more than you ever have in the past with the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is all about standing up for yourself, you know, not being willing to be a pushover. And I honestly feel like a lot of the time, Libra, you are somebody that is very accommodating. You give a lot to others. And I feel like as a result, many times you get taken advantage of. So I do feel like, you know, this is a time where you stand up for yourself, especially if it's worth it to you. Seven of Wands can tell you, you know, be careful, pick your battles wisely. You don't have to fight every battle that comes your way, but you do have support if you decide to step up for it. Let's get some clarification on that one. Yeah, I do feel like, you know, it's been, and part of, you know, the battle is just within yourself, you know, with this Eight of Swords. So this really is, you know, Libra, if you've been overthinking, over worrying, haven't had the most self-confidence, that's a thing that's really getting addressed here in this first month of spring. And you know, Aries season is your balancing energy because Aries is the opposite of Libra. And so I feel that this is a time where you're really looking at rebuilding your confidence. Maybe you've gone through a cycle or a time where you just really haven't felt that good about yourself, or you haven't believed that you could really accomplish the things you want to. This is getting changed, and a lot of it is because that support is coming in so strong for you. Going into the second month of spring for you, Libra, Taurus season, the blessing is a blessing on your friendships. You know, you've got a strong circle of friends usually, or at least a few good friends. And I feel like, you know, that blessing of support, now you've got the blessing of friendship. I really think this is beautiful, guys. Libra, you've got a good friend or somebody that is super on your side and is really there to help you through whatever it is that you need. And I tell you, that's a good thing, because look what we have here. We have that Five of Swords on top of that. I feel like, Libra, you've been through some bad times with some really shifty people. That Five of Swords indicates, you know, people that will step on you to get ahead. They're very ruthless. You know, they don't care if they make other people the loser as long as they're the winner. And so I do feel like, you know, you've had to make some really tough choices to let those kind of people go, or you're in process of that during Taurus season. Or those kind of people might come back into your life. You thought you got rid of them, but here they come again, and you're like, ah! But now that you have a blessing on your friendship, you very clearly know the difference between a real friend and a fake friend, right? You know the difference here, so you don't have as much of a challenge letting them go and walking away from them. Three of Pentacles, because you've just got better people in your life. The Three of Pentacles, you are collaborating with good people, right? There's a lot of harmony here in your life. So do not allow these Five of Swords back in. They're not good for you. Going into the immediate future of the Gemini season, the third month of spring for you, is Morrigan's blessing on peace after a battle. And you know, I do feel like in the month of Aries, the beginning of the spring, you do have some battles. There are some definite battles going on in your life, but I feel like there's a lot of release, there's a lot of peace, and there's a lot of closure as we go forward into the last month of spring. Gemini season is usually positive for you, Libra, because it's a fellow air sign, and Morrigan is all about bringing peace to those who have been through a battle, died in battle, right? That's what she's about. She brings those ravens that help you transition. And on top of this, which I think is very powerful for you, Libra, we have the Lovers card for Gemini season for you, and this is the Gemini card. So I really do feel your partnerships, the good ones in your life, are going to win out in a very strong way through this springtime season. Like the people that are not for your best, you're going to know the difference. You're going to choose the good friends, the good partners, the good love interest, right? Not without some battles, not without going through some things, but you will definitely be coming into some good either love, friendship, co-worker energy. Let's get a clarifier on the Lovers, please, for Libra. Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, I felt I pulled two because I was like, you know what? I just feel both. So Libra, my feeling is the biggest signs in your life could be Gemini, could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or air signs. Yet again, Gemini, Aquarius, fellow Libras. Those are going to be the strongest bonds that you have. I think a lot of things are going to be moving through very quickly for you. You're going to be communicating a lot, speaking out a lot. The Knight of Pentacles is a little slower. So it's a little bit of a balance. Some of it's a little quick, some of it's a little slow. But there is beautiful planning. There's a lot of planning going on here. And I do, yet again, Libra, be so careful of the kind of people that are around you right now or this next 3 months. Really, I'm getting a really unsavory undercurrent. I hate to say that, but we do have the Devil card. We do have the Seven of Swords. We did have the Five of Swords. And I just can't really ignore that. These are shifty characters. These are people that are just, you know, they've got ulterior motives or agendas. Don't go towards those people because you do have really good people on the other side. I almost feel like this is a situation, Libra, where you've got people that are so good for you and you've also got some people that are so bad for you. This is really a season of clarifying which are which, right? It's like really sorting that out. And really trusting your own intuition, your own self. And you've got a good support system. You've got a really good support system. So, you know, they're going to help you through this. You've got wonderful friends, wonderful allies. But it's really time to kick out anybody or anything that isn't for your highest and best and really trust. Yeah. And if it's somebody new or newish coming into your life that you don't know as well, I feel like your solid friends are your solid friends. But the people that are newer in your life, you've got to just be a little observant, be a little careful, because I don't like the Five and the Seven of Swords. But with that Devil card, you're freeing yourself from that kind of energy. Freeing yourself quite a bit. So let's get a magical spell card on this, Libra. Let's get a good intention, what you should be focused on for this spring season. Friendship. What a surprise. What a freaking surprise. Bring to me friendship that's true. Sharing, laughter, and understanding too. Oh my goodness, Libra. You are so blessed. You have such good friends, such good people in your corner, and I think they're going to keep the creepies away from you. And you've got to keep them away from you too. But, you know, you've got support and friendship being blessed for you. You've got some wonderful friends that are going to be really helping you out a lot. They're going to help you restore your faith in yourself too. That's what I think. And I think that some of them you're going to really have in your corner. You're going to be working on some things together with your friends. Like there's some really great collaborations. I love this because I actually have a really dear Libra friend who's a musician, and we are working together on music. We've known each other for a long time. And it's really exciting because I'm totally like in this person's corner, right? You know, I'm a solid friend, like for good, you know, and it's like if anybody weird or creepy was coming around, I'd be like, smack, get away. Yep. On the bottom of that deck was victory too for you, Libra. Just a side note, you know, I think you're definitely going to have a victory out of all this. Anything difficult or people that have been challenging that you've gone through is going to be changing a lot this spring. It's really nice to see. Because Libras have been going through it for a minute. All that stuff with the Capricorn energy, you know, when we had Saturn and Pluto and all that Capricorn stuff last year. Virgo's really, not Virgo, I'm sorry, Libras. They got slammed all over the place with that because that's a square to their sign. And it's not easy. Not easy. All right. That was big stuff. Let me blow my nose a little bit. The spring is definitely here, guys. And it does things to your sinuses. Scorpio in the house. Yeah, we gotta get ready for Scorpio. Oh my goodness. Let's start up for Scorpio for sure. I'm excited. You know, we're coming in with a Scorpio moon. Scorpio moon today, y'all. Our springtime started with a Scorpio moon. So I'm saying I really think that the spring season is coming in with a lot of energy of death, resurrection, rebirth, regeneration. Because both Aries and Aries and Scorpio traditionally were ruled by Mars, right? So they share a little bit of that commonality. So Scorpio, this is going to be your spring equinox reading for 2022. This is going to get into a forecast for each of the 3 months, the 3 seasons of spring. That's going to be Aries season, first month of spring, Taurus season, the second month of spring, and Gemini season, the 3rd month of spring. So Scorpio, let's get ready to see what's coming in for you guys. All right, dear spirit guardians, angels, ancestors. Let's see what we have for our amazing Scorpio folks. Anything that you have for their highest and best good outcomes. And we're going to be reading for these 3 months of spring of 2022. Let's see Scorpio, please. Oh, wow. I like these energies. All right, Scorpio. First blessing for you, your blessing for the first month of spring for Aries season. Check the bunny rabbit in the corner there. A blessing for unity where there once was division. So this to me is like things regrouping, you know, whereas your life might have felt like it was scattered, smothered, covered, and all over the place, things are being unified. Things are being brought back together. Arguments are being, you know, settled. Reconciliations are happening. Life is just getting a lot more cohesive, right? You're just getting a lot more cohesive here. A lot of abundance. I'm just feeling the abundance with the rabbit, you know, in that card as well. I feel like as well this could be a blessing on, you know, your work in a way, you know, and you might be feeling like, you know, maybe you weren't quite sure what you wanted to be doing for a career or for work. And now it's like there's a more unified vision. Scorpios really don't like things to be scattered around too much because Scorpio is a sign of intense direction. Like they're all or nothing. It's like they do it or they don't do it. And when they commit 110%. So they really don't like things to be divided up and scattered too much. They really like to go forward in a very strong, clear direction. Let's get some tarot, please, for the spring season for Scorpio. Yeah, it's been something that's really worried you. It has been on your mind, Scorpio. It's been driving you up a wall because you've got that 9 of Swords here. Yeah, 9 of Swords is a toughie for you. You know, this has been keeping you up at night. You might even be a little stressed about how you're going to unify everything. You're like, how am I going to bring together all these different elements into one unified force? How am I going to do that? Try not to lose sleep over it, Scorpio. You need good rest because you're going to have a lot going on soon. Knight of Swords, though, your thoughts are going around and around and around. My darling Scorpios, oh my goodness. Yeah, Aries month is tough. It really is, because you've got so much on your mind. That Knight of Swords is a thinker. It's an overthinker many times. You could be trying to get rest here, Scorpio, and suddenly, boom, you wake up and you're like, oh, but what about this? And the mind just starts going and going and going. You can't get back to sleep. So you've got to have ways to cope with this. You've got to have, whether maybe you just have a little journal, you say, okay, I'll just write this down real quick so I won't forget it tomorrow, because you need something to kind of help soothe you back to bed. But your mind is very active during this Aries season. It really is. Going into Taurus time. This is your balancing month. The second month of spring is a balancing month for Scorpio, because Taurus is the opposite of your sign. But your blessing is to bring prosperity. Beautiful. I mean, to me, starting out with that rabbit on that artwork, it feels like prosperity and abundance. Going into Taurus season, it is a blessing on prosperity. And I really do feel like that's great for Taurus season for you, because that is a time of growing. It is a time of planting. It is a time of, planting that garden, planting the seeds. And look at the tarot card that's with this too. The Ace of Wands. That is a big, passionate, powerful, brand new beginning in life. Revitalization, spirit handing you a gift that really gets you enthusiastic and excited about life again. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy on this card. So I feel like this is just a, Taurus time is actually going to really awaken you, enliven you. It's going to bring a lot of blessing through with it. You're going to have opportunities to make more money. It's definitely a time to take action. Definitely a time to move forward. Crash, boom, bang, Scorpio. We've got the Tower card on top of that. Ace of Wands. So big changes. Unexpected turns of fate, right? With the Tower card. Because Mars energy is quick. It's powerful. Resets your foundation and your structure. Cleans up anything that wasn't working for you in the past. This is definitely about moving forward. Right? Tower cards are always that bolt that really gets us going. It shows us something very clearly. Some people don't like the Tower because it can be those unexpected events, but it doesn't mean bad unexpected events, right? It doesn't. It's usually only bad if you had stayed really stagnant and stuck, and Spirit just had to intervene and go, you know what, guys? I've given you chances to fix this. You haven't fixed it, so I'm just going to knock the whole Tower down so you're forced to fix it. That's what it is. Going into Gemini season, the third month of spring for Scorpio, your blessing is a blessing on lifting sadness, which is very powerful, because look at the tarot card that's with it, the Five of Cups, which is a card of sadness, disappointment, loss, grieving, mourning. Those Three of Cups knocked over by that river of tears, and the Two of Cups still standing. So it is reminding you, Scorpio, that not all is lost. Even if you've suffered some disappointments, some setbacks, some emotional situations that have been very challenging, the sadness is going to lift. Any kind of melancholy or depression that you've had around it is going to lift. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to go through it, right? Remember that there will be hidden blessings. Remember that these things have happened for some kind of reason. And many times, I always say, if something doesn't work out for you, it was many times to protect you. We never see that side of it, though. Well, sometimes we see it, but not always, not usually. Let's clarify the Five of Cups for Scorpio, please. Page of Swords. New information coming through, new ideas. And I do feel like that Page of Swords does kind of get our mind moving in new directions. It's new messages, new communications, And you got to make some decisions here, Scorpio. Look at that Two of Swords coming out after that. You may be a choice simply to let something go and to not let it get you down anymore. That could be a big part of it. On the bottom of the decks, the Hermit card, and the Queen of Wands. So take your time to yourself, regroup, and restore your power, your confidence, your self-esteem. Queen of Wands is my little Leo queen, right? So she is very magical. She's very much about having her confidence, having her energy in a good, direct place. She's very magical. She is. So she can turn the tides in her favor. That's you, Scorpio. And the Hermit is Virgo energy. It's the Virgo power card. So I really say that it's not wrong for you to take time to yourself, to heal, to regroup, to rework things. You know, that's a card of gaining clarity, refocusing on your personal truth here, Scorpio. Let's get a magical spell card. I'm about to sneeze. I always feel it coming. That's the springtime. That's the springtime part of the springtime reading. All right. Spirit, what should Scorpio focus on the most through these 3 months of spring? What should they focus those intentions toward? Yeah, there is a letting go element here, Scorpio. Turning things loose, letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Look at that. And you know, Scorpio knows a little something about stings of life. They know how to sting too. But I do feel, especially in that Gemini season, because we've got the lifting of sadness, we've got that 5 of Cups, there is a big choice to let go of that stuff, all that heaviness, right? Because Scorpio, you're such a sign of transcendence, a sign of healing. You are my personal favorite to teach about and talk about, because you are the most powerful sign of the zodiac. And you can go to the heights or to the depths very quickly. So it's good to keep an eye on your intensity, an eye on where those energies go and flow, because they can go there very quickly, guys. So I do feel like there's quite a bit of ability for healing, prosperity, moving through some heaviness. Yeah, this is going to be a powerful spring. Not surprising. Scorpio's always got a lot of power. Apologies for my nose. It's actually done pretty good. I was very sniffly today, but it's actually behaved pretty well so far. All right, Scorpio, y'all. Those really high-pitched, swear to goodness, that cuts through any fog. Spring is usually not that bad for me for allergies. It's actually that the worst times are usually like late summer and also winter indoor allergies when the you know, heat comes on and the air is really dry. That's tough too. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what we got for you guys. Sagittarius, this is going to be your spring 2022 forecast reading. We've got 3 months coming up that are in the springtime. First month is Aries season, second month is Taurus season, and third month is Gemini season. So Saggy, you know, this is going to be all about what your energies are going to be like for each of those months and what you are being blessed on for each of those months. So let's get into it. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we have for Sagittarius for spring 2022, please. Anything they need to know for their highest good for each month of the springtime ahead. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. I know that when this card comes through, it's for real. Because I've had some people, you know, this card has come up in even general reads, and they're like, oh yeah, this is a thing. All right, so Aries season, there could be someone or somebody in your family or friend circle that may be nearing their last breath. The blessing for those who are nearing their final breath, right? So this could be someone that's very close to transitioning. So this could be a very intense kind of month. If that's not your situation here, Sagittarius, I would say that this could be a major transition, a little bit like a death card here, where some old cycle is really coming full circle and one is getting ready to be reborn in a big way. So let's look at the tarot. Let's deepen these messages for Sagittarius, please, Spirit, for the spring 2022. Yeah. Some very strong, it's interesting, you know, some strong Scorpio energy coming on to this card. Look at that. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio Queen on this. And, you know, she is very compassionate, very intuitive, very deep. She absolutely knows how to help people through these major transitions of life. So Sagittarius, even if you are not the one experiencing maybe a death in the family or friends, you might know somebody who is, and you might really serve as a person who is helping them through that time, because something in your life, you're being called to bring a lot of compassion and care to this individual. Queen of Cups is kind of picky energy, right? You know, they're really discerning about who they share their time and their emotions with. So, you know, if somebody comes to you and says, you know, Sag, I really need some help through this very difficult time in my life, like, they've been very picky about choosing you to help them. So definitely help them if you can. Let's get a clarifier on this Queen of Cups, please. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing about, you know, doing this, Sagittarius, is it brings you massive blessings in ways that maybe you're not going to even be aware of until later. The Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful card. So it's all about, you know, loyalty, stability, grounding. I feel like as well, it draws you even closer to the people that you've helped or if they've helped you. Like, there's just a very strong bond after whatever this situation is. So going into the second month of spring, that would be Taurus season, your blessing for that season, Sagittarius, is a blessing of fire. I love to see this because you are a fire sign. That is your element. This brings your vitality, your energy, your enthusiasm up, your passion. And I feel like after this kind of sensitive time from the first month of spring, it moves you into a much more dynamic flow during Taurus season. We also have, guess what? The Ten of Pentacles again. So that energy, even though I feel like the first month of spring might be a little touchy, a little sensitive, you are bringing those blessings over with you. Like, this doesn't go away. This is really nice. This Ten of Pentacles is better money, better jobs, better prosperity, financial security, peace and contentment, honoring your family traditions, pride in your ancestors, connection to the ancestors, and passing on your personal knowledge. So it's a wonderful card, and I feel like you're very passionately inspired in that direction. Let's get a clarifier on this, please. The Chariot, yes. So you are definitely moving forward in a prosperous, abundant fashion. And you're very, very focused on grounding yourself, getting your energy set. This is a card of victory. The Chariot always is. It's a balance card too. You know, we've got the black and the light. We've got that, you know, yin and yang, divine, masculine, feminine, balancing together. You've really learned something big here, Sagittarius, and you're ready to move it forward in the month of Taurus. The last month of spring, Gemini season, is going to be a blessing on your health. So Sagittarius, this is a great time to heal, to recover, to focus on your well-being. This could be a month where if you've had anything physical that you've been concerned about, you might be finally getting the answers you seek to help heal that. That's a great card anytime you see it. And we've got the Page of Wands for Gemini season. I think it's beautiful. It's Aries energy, more fire energy for you. So I do feel like this is the beginning of new cycles. This is also a lot more fun coming in. Joy, happiness, silliness, childlike energy. I will also say, for some of you, not all of you, obviously, this is a general reading, but with the card of health and the Page of Wands, some of you could be finding out you're pregnant. Just saying. So if you don't want to get pregnant, Sagittarius, just take precautions. But, you know, that can be the news of a child. Yeah. You could go to the doctor and get a surprise. For the rest of you, that's not the case. The Page of Wands is simply happier, more joyful energy coming through. Better opportunities, creative passions coming through. And setting yourself free, Sagittarius. Don't believe in your own negative thoughts. It is definitely time for you to free yourself of that. This is always time to move that through. Eight of Swords is all about reclaiming your self-confidence, your self-esteem and self-worth. Nobody else can do this for you. No one else can set you free from these negative thoughts or ideas about yourself. Only you can do that. And it may be time, you know, to embrace that Page of Wands, you know, embrace that Page of Wands. On the bottom for you, Sagittarius, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So there's definitely an energy of learning, of working one day at a time at what you love, collaborating with others. You know, both of these cards have that student-teacher dynamic in them. You know, both of these have that. We have the teacher, we have the art student. They're all working together to be a better artist. You know, here we've got the student and the teacher learning how to do their craft better. So I feel like on the underscore of this for you, Sag, is this huge energy of just one day at a time, learning to do what you do and maybe just improving it, right? Just getting better at it. But if it's something totally new you're learning, that's also very favored. Let's get a magical spell card for Sagittarius. Let's see what we have got for you. Spirit, what should they most focus their intentions upon for this next 3 months of the springtime, please? Sagittarius, true love come to me. Oh my goodness, true love shall come to me as I do will, so mote it be. Oh, so there's a little romance on the end of that for Saggy. You know, and for my single Sagittarians, this is especially strong. And I would say that this goes even further than just a romantic relationship. I would say that this is all about, you know, not just people that you're going to truly love, but subjects, work, projects that you're really going to love too. Anything that's a true passionate love for you, you're going to be focused on attracting that to you this springtime. Yes. 2 10 of Pentacles on there. 2 10 of Pentacles on there, Sagittarius. That is good stuff when it comes to abundance and prosperity. Very nice. Okay. Now we got get ready for Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Yeah, get your Pumas on, Amber. It's time. All right, goats. All my goats. I get the goats. Well, Sagittarius can chase somebody down pretty well. They're pretty good at that. They're pretty good at that. All right, Cappy. Stepping out of the winter finally. The winter glooms. Oh my goodness. It's all over. We finished. We finished it, Capricorn. All right, goats. All right, so this is going to be your springtime forecast, Capricorn. This is going to be the next 3 months. Spring 2022 that started today with Aries season. We've got 3 months of spring. First month is Aries season. Second month is Taurus. third month is Gemini. So we're going to look at each one of these months. We're going to see what's blessing you each of these months. And we're going to see what your main energies are coming through for this springtime ahead. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors. Let's see what we have for our fabulous Capricorns. Anything they need to see for their highest and best good, please. We're going to have 3 columns, one for each month of spring 2022 here. Yes. Yes. Capricorns, you've been going through it. I know we've been going through it. Oh my goodness. Aries season, blessing on a resolution. This is absolutely time for clearing the air, gaining closure, resolving issues. Absolutely. So Aries season is all about that. I will tell you, Capricorn, Aries season is one of the more challenging seasons for Capricorn, I will say. And it is simply because Aries is a fellow cardinal sign and they do square our sign, right? The 2 most challenging signs usually for Capricorn are Aries and Libra because those are our 2 squares. I will say squares are very energizing. They cause friction, they cause fire, they cause us to move forward. But we may be really just like burying a hatchet. Sometimes we're actually burying it. Sometimes we're just like putting someone out of their misery and just kicking them out of our life. But there's really that energy of, you know, clearing something up. It's like, you know, there's not a whole lot of gray after this. You know, this is a very black and white, clear-cut decision where it's like, yes, I'm doing this, or no, I'm not doing this. Let's get some tarot on this for our Capricorns for spring 2022, please, for our 3 months ahead. Yeah. You're going to take a little bit of, ooh, these are nice. Ooh, these are nice. Capricorn. As always, you do take your time. I'm telling you, if a Capricorn kicks you out of their life, or they close the door, or they open the door, it's usually because they thought about it pretty darn well, right? You know, they thought about it pretty dang well. Knight of Pentacles slow walks things. You know, he's our little turtle knight, and he moves it through slowly. He plans really well in advance, and then he gets going. He is the most successful knight of the tarot. Just like you could say Capricorn is usually a pretty successful sign because they plan well. They think it through. They don't make spontaneous decisions or impulsive decisions usually. So I do feel that anything you're clarifying, anything that you're bringing to a completion, Capricorn, for this season of Aries, first month of spring, it will be very well timed. And don't feel that you need to rush. You know, people might be trying to rush you. It is Aries season. They might be really trying to push you faster than you want to go, Capricorn. You'd be like, no, slow that down. You're not pushing a goat. You are not pushing a goat. You cannot make a goat do anything it doesn't want to do. Double that message. You can't make a goat do anything they don't want to do. They're going to move in their own time. And Capricorn, you are going to move in your own time. And I'll tell you what, anybody that wants to push you faster than you want to go, they really probably don't have your best interest at heart, but you do. You're really looking at the way that things are going to work together best in the future. And you're like, look, there's a method to my madness. I know what I'm doing. I'm looking at all sides of this. I've got the damn map here. I've been drawing it. I know how to get to the successful ending. So don't question me. I'm going how I want to go, when I want to go. Look at this. Right? The next card out was the 10 of Wands. Yeah. End of a burdensome cycle. You're putting it all together, Capricorn. Something's coming together for completion. Yeah. And it's going to make you feel a lot better. You're going to feel a lot lighter. You've got a plan. Capricorn's always got a plan. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles always has a plan before they get going. Don't let anyone push you faster than you want to go. And if they do, they're going to get headbutted. I just know it. Going into Taurus season, the second month of spring, Capricorn. You're going to like this because, you know, Aries season can be a bit fractious for you, but Taurus season is all good because Taurus is a fellow earth sign and it feels so nice after that Aries stuff. A blessing for unity where there once was division. So, you know, after these closures, after these plans, after you've kind of cleared some burdens up or cleared some heavy issues up, things are going to feel a lot more unified. I feel like Taurus season, you're going to feel a lot more concise about where you want to go. Nine of Wands, though, you are still defensive, though. You're in some defensive cycle during Taurus season. You are like, don't mess with me. Don't try to play around because you're going to get the shield. You're going to get... And the Nine of Wands can also show that you might be a little tired of this. You're sick of having to fight people off. You're sick of having to defend yourself and defend what you love and defend what you've created. You know, but you've created some good things here, Capricorn, and you're not willing to let anybody tear that down or destroy it. Let's get into a clarifier for this Nine of Wands. That's a fighting card. That's a warrior card there. It's a definite stand. Oh, yeah. Oh, Capricorn. This is definitely about protecting what you've created and what you feel grateful to have in your life, because the Ace of Pentacles is all about gifts that Spirit has given you, things that you've worked hard for too. That's totally your energy. It's earth energy. It's your blessings. It's your abundance. It's your prosperity. You're definitely going to be standing up for the things you really care about and the things that you've created. You're not going to let anybody take that away from you. Oh, no. Going into Gemini season, the third month of spring for you, Capricorn, the blessing is Morrigan's blessing after the battle. It's a blessing of peace, blessing of clarity, harmony, restoration after a lot of storms and stress. I won't say that this spring won't be without storms and stress for you, Capricorn. I think that you're going to definitely be fighting for something that you care about. You're really going to be making some solid plans. And you don't want people to dissuade you from your plans, I tell you. But I do think peace is going to come. It will. And I think you're going to feel good. I think you're going to feel damn good. Look at that Nine of Pentacles out there. All of your clarifying cards have been Pentacle cards. So I feel like you're really coming into a season of abundance, a season of prosperity, really focusing on what you're creating, what you have created, what you've worked hard for, right? And people are going to have to respect that whether they like it or not. They're going to have to respect it because, you know, you've worked hard to have a good, stable life. You've worked hard to have, you know, nice things, or to have, you know, a little bit of contentment or stability around you. You know, and the Nine of Pentacles is very much a card of single and loving it. You know, this is like saying, I don't care if I'm by myself. I'm happy with me. I like who I am. If other people don't like who I am, oh well. It's if somebody wants to stay in your life, they're going to have to be a positive influence. And if they're not, bye-bye. And you ain't going to feel no bad about it. Not much. Let's get a clarifier on Nine of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. I like that you had two nines as well. You know, that's those penultimate cards. You're getting to the completion of big cycles here. Absolutely, Tower card coming in, because you have got big plans. Big restructuring. You've been doing a lot of darn work, Capricorn. And the more proactive that you've been, the more positive this Tower card is going to be. Right? That's the way I feel about Towers. It's like if we've really been on top of doing the work, creating good foundations, which this is definitely a card of doing, those sudden, you know, unexpected events are going to not phase us too much. if they're difficult. And if they're really good unexpected changes come in and we're like, yeah, we're ready for that. On the bottom, we have the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune here, Capricorn. So you don't even have to chase this down. You don't even have to chase this down all that much because good things are on the way to you. Three of Wands is you having put in a lot of effort, a lot of time and energy, and now the ships are coming in. I feel like for a lot of Capricorns, we've been working hard, guys. We've been working really hard. We always do. But to me, this is really saying, you know, it's like the things that you've worked hard for are on the way. They're coming. And you're not going to let anybody take that away from you. Like you're either team Capricorn or you're not. That's really it. And with that Wheel of Fortune, this is you coming out of stagnation. This is going forward with good energy. It's Jupiter. Jupiter is currently stationed in Pisces. That's a very good placement for Capricorn because it is a sextile. It opens up a lot of doors of opportunity. So we're in a good place here, Goaties. But you are strong. You are strong this spring. You're getting stronger by the minute. Wow. Let's see what we've got in the magical spell cards for Capricorn. Let's see how we should best focus our energy and intentions for the spring season, please. I almost felt like two came through, so I'm just gonna take them both. That's what I do. First card out was Strength. Very, very nice. That said, you're getting stronger. Getting stronger by the minute, Capricorn. Strength, stability in this hour. Endurance and stamina. I empower. Are we feeling a little vibes here, Capricorn? Are you feeling a little like, you know, you got that shield up? You're ready to bundle up these wands. You're done. I mean, you can keep fighting, but I think you're not going to have to fight it forever. The other card that came out was Divine Guidance. So definitely pay attention to what you're divinely guided to do, Capricorn. Listen to spirit. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. The kind part is really important. You know, because spirit can be a little bit rough sometimes. It's like, all right, we're just going to give you that tower and just smack you where you need to be. You're like, no, be a little nice about it. Be clear, but be kind, please. Because, boy, you know, give us a little buffer. I mean, you can throw us out of the tower, but at least be nice enough to put a cushion on there for us to fall onto. Oh, on the bottom of that deck was the Justice card, Capricorn. I'm saying a lot of you have not been treated very nice. A lot of you have not been treated very nicely. And I do feel like, you know, Capricorn is a sign of karma. It's a sign of karma. And I'll tell you, I've always said, if I am in the wrong on something, karma will slap me harder than anybody in the world. If I haven't been nice or if I haven't done the right thing. But if somebody does that to me, karma slaps them big time. I've seen that happen in my life so many times. You know, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. And Saturn, I would call him the karmic time lord. Boy, he will come back around and it's like, boy. Yeah, Capricorns have to do right or else. We have to. We have to act with a lot of integrity because we pay the price if we don't. We always do. Oh my goodness. All right, Aquarius. Thank you, Krista. Thanks for that blessing, sweetheart. I hope you're doing good out there. Oh, my little Canadian goat. Little Canadian goat. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have got for you. Aquarius, this is going to be your springtime forecast for the next 3 months. We've got 3 months of spring starting today. That's going to be Aries season, the first month of spring. Taurus season, the second month of spring. And Gemini season are the third month of spring. We're going to be looking at the blessings and energies coming through for you. So, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and guides, let's see what we have for our fabulous Aquarius folks. Anything they need to know for the next 3 months of our spring season of 2022, please. And we're going to do 3 columns here, guys. 1 for each season. 1 for each month. I like it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, these are strong. I feel this one a little bit for myself too, because I'm so close to being an Aquarius. So Aquarius, first month, you know, and this makes sense. You know, this I feel like is kind of this universal energy that comes through with the first month of Aries. And Aries is the beginning of the spring, the beginning of the astrological new year. So a blessing for a fresh start, right? Aquarius, you're really looking for that. You're wanting a fresh start. You're wanting new energy. It's time to release, you know, and I even love the fact that we've got that winter scene around her, you know, it's got the snow and she's got the broom. I almost get this feeling, you know, it's like that's the beginning of spring. Like we're really letting go of winter. We're sweeping out the old to welcome in the new. And Aquarius, I think it is. It's time for new attitudes, new ideas, new energy, letting go of anything old and negative. Very, very good. Let's get some tarot, please, for Aquarius on their springtime ahead. Yes. Ooh. There's definitely movement here, guys, and it feels very good. We've got the Strength card coming in. So Aquarius, part of this new beginning may be, you know, being stronger, being more courageous within yourself, and balancing your heavier emotional self. Because the lion is very much the symbol of our human emotions, whether it's anger, jealousy, passion, pride, ego, etc. All the things that we can experience in the human form. And the angel is the symbol of spirit, right? That's our inner divinity that helps to balance that human condition. So you might be really working within yourself to balance those two sides of who you are, to not let things like ego or pride or anger, frustration, etc., you know, sabotage your happiness or your overall well-being. Look at this. We've got the Temperance card in this read already twice here, guys. It is about balance, very much. Balancing the two sides of yourself. Look at that. 1 foot in the water of spirit and intuition. 1 foot on the solid ground of practicality and logic. It's important not to go too overboard during this first month of the springtime, Aquarius. It's good to be balanced. It's good to hear both sides of anybody's opinions. It's good to, you know, incorporate their ideas into your own so that you get the best outcome possible. Very nice energy. Second month, the season of Taurus, is a blessing on your boundaries. So being careful about what you will and will not accept. If you've got people telling you a lot of negative things or really infringing upon your peace of mind, it's time to put your foot down. It's time to set your intentions. And of course, I love that she's holding the sword because, you know, Aquarius, the swords in tarot are the air element. They're your element. So be careful about what kind of people, what kind of situations you allow near to you. Look at this again, Temperance card. We had it in the past position. The Balance card in this deck is the Temperance card, and so that's coming in yet again. I do feel that you are stronger than you may think. That's a big part of this. You're more resilient and stronger than you may realize about yourself. But this is a card of seeing both sides of every situation. If you're working with a relationship, working with a partner, it's really important to combine both of your ideas. It's a blending of ideas of others with your own to create something successful, right? It's successful compromise, the power of different opinions, right? Self-control, patience, and balance. There's really an energy here where you don't want to go to too much extreme this spring season here. Keep it in check, one day at a time. You know, don't push your opinions too harshly on someone else. Don't allow them to push their opinions too harshly onto you, right? There needs to be successful balance and compromise here, especially in this Taurus season. But really, both of these so far are coming up the same way. Let's get a clarifier on Temperance for you, Aquarius. Three of Wands. Don't be chasing things down right now. You know, during Taurus season and really kind of during the spring, let things come to you. You don't need to pursue. You don't need to, you know, worry too much. You don't need to, you know, to force, coerce. None of that. Let things come to you. Plant the seeds, set back, relax, and let the ships come, right? Don't stress too much. Don't stress out. Going into the immediate next month, Gemini season, the third season, the third month of spring. Your blessing is bringing clarity. Blessing to bring clarity, Aquarius. So I feel like anything that has been confusing, anything that has been cloudy for a while, it all gets cleared up. It's the end of delays, the end of challenges there when it comes to seeing what you really need to see. On top of this, more Sagittarius energy. There's definitely that vibration in your springtime season. So there is definite movement. Eight of Wands, my goodness. Eight of Wands coming in, Sagittarius energy. And this is fast movement, communication, things working together in your favor, a lot of positive opportunities. You might feel a little overwhelmed and you might feel a little bit like, oh my gosh, there's just too much coming through. So you're going to have to do your best here, Aquarius, to prioritize what's most important to you during this month, because this can be some unexpected events or rapid changes. Let's get into a clarifier, please, on the Eight of Wands. And King of Swords. This is your own, one of your own power cards, Aquarius. You're definitely looking at the future. Detach from drama, detach from, you know, over emotional, feelings or anything like that, and just make good plans. That's what this is about. Blessing of clarity, King of Swords. These are both cards of clarity, right? It's like, oh, I know what I want to do. I know what's going to work out the best. It's all going to make sense. The biggest thing that I see for this spring season for you, Aquarius, is just don't stress. Don't go to extremes. Don't push your agenda too hard, because you're not going to get good outcomes if you don't work together and compromise with others. That's just the big message here with the Temperance card coming out twice. Yet again, you know, when you really work together with people, you have happy outcomes. Here's that Three of Cups. You know, this is everybody coming together and celebrating something good because they worked together. Ooh, and the next card after that would have been the Three of Pentacles. Definitely, this is a energy of collaboration, compromise, and working together, using your intuition to see your way through. Again, it's not a pushy energy. This is a very receptive, intuitive energy. Yeah. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul. Don't listen to pride and ego, right? Because there you go. Let's get into a magical spell card here for Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. Spirit, what should they direct their intentions and focus on this month, these months of spring here for Aquarius? Wisdom. And yeah, that to me is absolutely true, right? Making wise decisions, seeing the bigger picture, not moving forward too impulsively or aggressively, pacing yourself. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So if you do ritual or spell work, you may want to do, you know, something like that on a Wednesday and a waxing moon. Very nice energy. We are down to our last sign, guys. We are on to Pisces, wrapping up our readings for the night. Thank you, everybody, for your energy and your time and donations. Always appreciate those. Always appreciate it, but never expect it. I do appreciate them, though. It definitely helps support the channel and support the time involved to do these streams. So Pisces, we are wrapping up the evening with you. This is your spring equinox reading for 2022, and it's going to encompass the 3 months of spring, the 3 seasons. The first month will be Aries season, the second month is Taurus season, and the third month is Gemini season. So we're going to be looking at each one of those for you. We're going to see what your blessings will be coming through as each month, and your tarot messages as well. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces folks. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best good, please, for the next 3 months, the spring season of 2022. Show us Pisces. Oh, I like it. Yes. All right, fishy fish. Fishy fish. All right, first month, first season of spring is a blessing for peace of mind. So Pisces, you know, we're just coming out of your birth season. You know, we're wrapping up the Pisces season as we go into Aries. So anything that's been confusing, difficult, causing you anxiety, causing you frustration or pain, I feel like this is going to start to get relieved, start to get addressed as we go into this first month of springtime. That is your blessing for Aries season. And we're going to pull some tarot. Going to deepen these messages for each month ahead. Yeah, you've had a lot on your mind. Oh, a lot on your mind, Pisces. There's been quite a bit going round and round into your head. And so I feel like, you know, the Knight of Swords really can represent lots of thoughts, lots of ideas, a restless mind, wanting to move forward with lots of communication. But this is really saying, you know, there's peace for you too here. There's peace of mind for you here. And whatever thoughts, whatever it is that you've needed to say, I think you're going to say it. And I think it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. You're going to relieve a lot of that nervous tension that you've had because you've had a lot to say and just haven't said it. Pisces, you know, if this is something that you want to say and you just, you know, don't really want to talk to that person again, you may just write it down for yourself. Just journal it out. Because this can definitely be that intellectual energy. It also tells you, Pisces, that when it comes to dealing with anything that's kind of emotional or heavy, it's better to come at it from a logical standpoint rather than an emotional one. Don't let your emotions get all involved in it. It's probably not worth it, especially if it's upsetting. Let's get a clarifier on the Knight of Swords here for Pisces. Yeah, King of Pentacles, get stable, get grounded. You know, don't let things upset you. Don't let things, you know, pull you in, because King of Pentacles is nice Taurus energy and it's very good for stabilizing, for grounding, for balance. Again, you know, that peace of mind, it kind of comes from really, look at that. She's seated on her throne. He's seated on the throne. They're out in nature, really connected to the earth. So I feel, you know, Pisces, that's actually going to be a very big power point for you during this first month of spring, is to stay solid and grounded no matter what kind of arguments or what kind of energy is going on around you mentally. Going into the month of Taurus, I'm very excited about this card, Pisces. Taurus season is the second month of spring. And this is what your blessing is, a blessing on your creativity. Absolutely beautiful. So, you know, the time of Taurus is probably, to me, if you ask me, of the 3 months of spring, it's the best one for you, Pisces. It's the most supportive energy. It brings through a lot of opportunities. And I feel like this is a time when your creativity will flourish. If you're a musician, an artist, a writer, whatever it is that you do, that you put a creative slant on, that is what is going to be really blessed here. And you may be starting something really incredible and new with this magician energy on top of that. I feel like this could be the birth of a new creative project, something that you've wanted to work on for a long time, and you're really creating it yourself, because the magician is all about initiating something new, manifesting something new, taking his resources, energy, talents, gifts, whatever it is that he's gotten, puts it all together into something new and amazing. So let's get into a clarifier, please, for the Magician for Pisces. And because the Magician is ruled by Mercury, Mercury is all about communication and the way we speak and express. This could be a very, very nice creative project for Pisces. Two of Wands, yes, something new opening up for you, absolutely. And you could be doing this as a project on your own. You could be doing it with a partner, but I really feel, yeah, there's like new creative output coming from you during the second month of spring, during Taurus season. Going into the immediate future of the Gemini month, the last month of spring, the third month of our spring season, is a blessing on a homecoming. So Pisces, you may be moving in the time of Gemini. You may be going somewhere new, or someone may be coming home to you. You may be reestablishing a home center or home base, but it feels very blessed. It feels very good. And because it is, look at this, got the Lovers next to it, you may be moving in with your honey or sweetheart, or a very good trusted friend. I love that this is coming up for our Gemini season because the Lovers is the Gemini power card. And so I feel like that's coming through very strongly for you. This homecoming energy feels really sweet, really blessed, very happy. It just feels like you're going to be feeling very good about something. Let's get a clarifier on top of the Lovers card, please. Ten of Pentacles, Pisces. Gemini month is, oh, that's going to be beautiful for you guys. I feel like something is really coming full circle. Something you've worked hard for, something that you've really planned for with that Ten of Pentacles. Like, you've got good people around you. You've got a good potential home base. This feels really good. Really, really good for Pisces. On the bottom as well, we have some great cards too. The Pisces readings have been awesome lately. I really have been loving them. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. These don't get a whole lot nicer. To me, you know, the Ace of Cups is all about spirit coming in with a big blessing of abundance in the realms of spirit, of love, of heart, of recovery. You could really be recovering some big things in your emotional life here. And the Queen of Pentacles is there because, boy, she knows how to build some things and she knows how to create some abundance. I do feel like there's something stabilizing very strongly in your love life, home life, creative life here, Pisces. It's very exciting to see. I feel like, you know, that first month of Aries is really you kind of regrouping, coming back to center. But boy, once you do, Taurus and Gemini season are just fabulous. They are beautiful. Let's get a magical spell card, please, for you, Pisces. Let's see what you are going to be focusing those intentions on, what you should keep your mind and soul devoted to. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I mean, this is just, to me, like, beautiful outcomes here, guys. It's a victory. It's a success. Something is coming full circle for my fish. After a lot of struggle, I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Yeah, I mean, you're learning a lot through this, too. You've really stood on your convictions, Pisces. You've done what's right for you, and I really feel like you're reaping the rewards here. You really are. This is a great reading. The last one we had for the full moon was great for you too. If you haven't watched that, I have individual reads for each sign for the full moon, Virgo, that we just had. Pisces reads have been pretty difficult for a while. Not gonna lie, they've been tough. They've been really tough. But lately, like this last couple weeks, especially, I've noticed, I'm like, okay, Pisces, you're coming out of this. And you know, part of it is I feel it's that effect of Jupiter being in your sign. You know, and you're starting to probably feel some of that, some of those good vibrations coming through with that Jupiter, because Jupiter, boy, it'll clear some things out. But after that initial clearing out, it brings a lot of abundance and a lot of blessings. So a lot of better luck. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for being here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. I will be making sure to get timestamps up in the comments section, so if you want to go back and watch your reading or cross-watch a reading, you can do that very easily. I will probably be doing a live stream in the middle of this week coming up, because usually I do a collective read as well for our springtime or seasonal readings, and it's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna save that for the middle of the week, and also open it up for personal readings. Thank you, Neytiri. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my moderators, Krista, David, Amber. I don't know who else might have been here moderating if I missed it. I was very focused on doing the read, so I wasn't seeing much in the chat tonight, guys, but thank you so much for your help. Thank you for keeping the trolls at bay. And I will be seeing you guys again very soon. Take care, and happy spring equinox 2022, y'all. Have a good one.